A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twinflame Union. In this channeling session, I would be mirroring the opposite polarity feelings. I would be relaying the mirrored opposite polarity feelings of the pain of the divine masculine, of the fear of letting go. And this was the same fear that she used to have at one time. And obviously now she's not in the same timeline as him because both of them are in opposite polarity timeline, and it goes on energetically till the time everything does not come back to balance. So what has happened is that in the past, the divine masculine used to really, ignore her, avoid her, because he had developed this very strong notion. There were two notions that he had developed. Number one was his fear that she doesn't love him as much as he loves her. Maybe the love is not real. Maybe it is just she wants to use him. She wants to have fun with him. And he feels that he's already very deeply in love with her. But he doesn't see the signs of love in her. When he looks at her interactions, when he, looks at the way she talks, her body language, her overall emotion of being with him, he feels that she's way too, detached. He feels that. And that was not the case, obviously. She was at that time more of a person who was testing him. She could not fall in love, just like that because there were, previous bitter experiences. But she obviously in her mind and in her heart was in love with him. And now, in some cases, you might be thinking that how is this possible? Because I confessed my love for him and things like that. So it's not about the confession of love, it's how he was seeing the confession of love. He could be seeing it like maybe she said it after I said it, or maybe it's all immature energies, guys who have not grown up fully. And this is not to condescend anyone, this is just how, how girls turn into women, or even if you don't want to turn into women, how girls get mature. Similarly, guys also have to get mature. So he wasn't that mature to understand or to see that the way she loves him is actually real love. And at one point in time, he was very scared to let it go. Okay, and this feeling has also been seen in the runner-chaser dynamic. You let it go and then you come back again, you let it go and then you come back again. So what is the universe giving the message? What is the message of the universe in this energy, in this channeling's energy? Is that the divine feminine has a hard time letting him go. At one point. Very hard time, very difficult time letting him go. Because surrendering is not easy. A lot of people think that, oh, I'm in the final stages of twin flame journey. Oh, the runner-chaser dynamic has ended. Now it's surrender. Wow. I don't want to demotivate you also, but I'm trying to tell you that surrender does not happen in one day. You learn it over a period of time. You master it over a period of time. But before you do that, you're always in a fear of letting go. And I'm gonna not just talk about the divine masculine over here, my love, because we need to let go in many other places also. We need to let go of how our parents have taught us, treated us. We need to let go of how our family perceives us. We need to let go of how our partners perceive us. We need to let go of how the society perceives us. We need to stop acting in a way that either seeks attention or, you feel like you don't exist, you're in pain. In any which way, your actions are not going to be the same as how it is of a person who is in control of their life. And you can only be in total control of your life when you have surrendered. So the divine masculine learns a thing or two about how to make decisions of his own, how to be solid in the decisions, how to be masculine, how to be more being a person who can say, yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I'm a grown-up person. This channeling is also like a feeling which is in the face of the divine masculine, because when he used to see how she used to be crazy about him, she was chasing him, she was He felt that she has no self-respect. Like, how can a person be so madly in love with someone, so blind? This is so strange. He found her behavior to be very strange. And he did not take any credit for it because, of course, he was the one who confessed love. Now, I have to make this point very clear for all of you who listen to all my channelings. It's very important for the divine masculine to actually confess their love to you. Till the time they have not confessed their love to you clearly in words, and you're still chasing them, that is not a good thing, my friends, for the mind. It's a result of an unhealthy mind. The divine feminine should be very clear, as in she should know that his behavior or whatever behavior he has portrayed, it's very clear that it is love. Or he has mentioned it to you that I love you. In some way or the other, directly or, in other words, like I want to be with you, I want to spend my life with you, or I want to date you, I want to go out on a date with you, I want to get to know you, physically for real. It's not like all of this is in your imagination, because if all of this is in your imagination, then trust me, there is something very, very wrong. Now, what is happening is that he is thinking about the times where he was very ready for him, over ready for him, he felt. Or he felt that, how can a woman be so madly in love with me? It's definitely not love, or definitely I don't know what it is all about. Now, cut to in the future when she has moved on and she's doing pretty well, he's actually reminiscing those times when because at one point in time he was on the pedestal and she was somewhere really low, not visible. So he was on the pedestal, he thought that he is the amazing dude, the man, and this and that. Now, when she removed him from the pedestal and started focusing on her own personal development, on her own personal growth, her work, her mission, her whole life, everything, she has become a very different person in his eyes. Maybe she possessed all those skills, talents, qualities, beauty, wisdom, everything. But because she wasn't seeing it from her own eyes, and she had put all of her love, like the spotlight was on him. When she took away the spotlight from him and took it back on her own, and not in a way, where she is feeling like grand or something, the grandiose, no. It's because it is the need of the hour. She has done a lot for others. Now the universe wants her to balance it out and do it for herself. And the universe is also trying to tell her, also teach her that, whatever you have been giving to others, the wisdom, the love, the nurturing, now it's time to give it to yourself, because you need to heal yourself fully. So when she heals herself fully, then he is able to see it. It's very visible what she is all about, who she is. And now he feels that she's too big for him to go back and talk and say sorry. This is also the reason why many a times divine masculines regret the actions or the words or their behavior, everything. So now he is in those energies where he is regretting. He doesn't want to let her go. For him, it's very important to go back to her. For her, it's very important to let him go. So she let him go. Though she felt really dark energies, she felt really miserable, she felt very bad. It wasn't easy for her. Everything, all of that happened to her. It was very hard to focus on herself. It was very hard to make things happen, because not only in the area of love, but also in other areas of life, other departments, she had to fix everything that had gone haywire. There was mayhem everywhere. She had to calm it down, quieten it all. So finally, when she's learned to quieten it all, the sounds, all the noise, everything, he is able to hear her better even when she doesn't speak. He's like, oh my God, she did say that to me. And now when he's looking at her, he's like, that she is a diva. She's such a beautiful person. She's such an amazing girl. She's so nice. She's so funny. She's so chirpy. I never saw this side of her. I didn't see this sense of humor she possesses. I didn't see the way she makes everyone happy, or she herself is very happy. I didn't see this side of her, this beauty of hers. Her beauty is so, she's the most beautiful. And at one point, he was finding so many other women beautiful, and she was one of them. And he chose the one who he found most attractive. And those he found most attractive, were dreadful, were crazy, were psychotic, nymphomaniacs maybe, whatever. He saw all of that. And he's scared of them now. He's like, oh my God, oh my good Lord, what the hell was I doing? I want out of this. So now he's actually very embarrassed. Again, I don't want to condescend him, because these feelings of embarrassment, shame, guilt, all of these feelings have been felt by the Divine Feminine as well. She felt shameful of being so crazy in love with him, of chasing him. She regrets that, why wasn't she in her own stance or her own stand? Why was she cannot even actually relate to the person she was at that point in time only. So now she's realizing that she acted that way, and then there was this guilt and shame of why I acted this way. Why did I behave like that? Why was I so, all over the place? She had to pick up all the pieces, join them together. She had to reclaim. You can also make this decree, guys. It is very helpful, that I reclaim all the lost and stolen pieces, or the pieces of my soul that I gave up because I was manipulated or because I wasn't wise enough. I reclaim all of them right now, right now, right now. So she reclaimed all the parts of hers, that were lost or stolen or given up or something like that. And he can now see all of the puzzles are basically, it's like the puzzle game. When all the pieces are in place, there is this sense of, oh my God, now the picture is complete. So finally the picture is getting complete for him. Finally he's getting it all right. Finally he's understanding. But he's very scared. He's scared that he let go. He's scared that he, did not surrender in front of her, to her, surrender to true love. Now what's going to happen? And she had already experienced this feeling of not able to let go, of not able to surrender. But as soon as she surrenders fully, the day the surrender completes, oh my God, it is the day of celebration. Seriously. I don't want to give you fantasy of romance and fantasy of movie like Bollywood or Hollywood like romance or superficial romance, or I want to give you guys the real thing, man. The real thing is this feeling that you have within you. It is the beautiful feeling that universe has given to all of us, but we lose it. We lose it, and then we depend on other people. We become so needy. We feel lonely. We feel like this. We feel like that. We feel like we're so codependent. When you are so independent, when you're all about surrender to the source and everything will happen, you're going to enjoy every single day of your life, because once a day goes, that day is never going to come back. You know that, right? Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not here. What's right now is the present moment. So live it fully. Sometimes, this can be so profound that it can actually bring a tear to your eyes. The feeling of being present and the feeling that, oh my God, the day was gone. That thing had passed over. There is a certain sense of joy in things, letting things pass over also. And there's a big sense of freedom in becoming totally present. So on that note, I'm going to be ending this channeling. And the divine masculine and the divine feminine both understand how hard it is to let go. But it's very important to let go of the fears for the divine masculine. Let go of whatever he did, forgive himself, come back to his senses. Understand that everyone makes mistake and he did so, and with right effort and right amount of behavior, he can bring it back. So he has to work on himself. He has to become worthy of her. And she already is now feeling quite worthy of, the source integration. She feels everything that happened to her, good and bad, it was all supposed to happen for a certain reason. And of course, as I said, surrender is a gradual process. You surrender sometimes every day also. You surrender little by little. Sometimes you know the feeling of surrender, so you have to apply it in different places, because, life is full of As I said, good and bad situations are always there. It's very important to become neutral. Once you become neutral, then you actually start living the real life on planet Earth. So I'm going to be ending this channeling session. One love and peace out. Mwah.